Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 11th of October. So I was told the grey is too grey after looking at the grey skies that we get and everything else. So what colour would you have your charts then? Trying this white. To be fair, I don't have white because normally it blinds me. I sit there looking in front of charts most of the day, and grey is probably just that dulled off colour, just allows me to look at the charts without damaging my eyes any further. But I guess if you're only looking at them short times, white's good. What colour do you like? Let me know. May even have pink for those that prefer pink. But for now, in white today, for one day only, maybe, we have the daily outlook. And what's the outlook today? It's bright, of course. Looking at euro dollar, well, yesterday we broke up, not too far short of the R1. Coming down the time frames here, look, to me it's looking good for another shove up here at the moment. Maybe just looking, we've got the daily 50 above. I would be able to show you that if I hadn't in grey, because it's a white line at the moment on these charts. But looking at the Euro 60 here, and we're sort of got double top potential up there. It's touched the daily pivot. R1 looks like a possible from here, and it's all in trend. So R1, I'll look at that post 8 o'clock. I can't even look at these charts so much, it's blinding me. Anyway, moving on then. Cable. So cable, solid day. Well, it wasn't a solid day. It was a solid late afternoon after a comment came out that there may be potential for a deal to be done. Certainly, according to the BBC's Laura Kensberg, yeah, I think that's how she pronounces it. Bless her. She said something has changed. But they're miles to go. Okay, there's Laura's idea. Well, yeah, it may be miles to go. It's quite a few miles away from us. But seriously, yes, they might be realising that they need to come to an agreement, because it's no point not coming to agreement, because then it will run into no deal, and that's perhaps what not some of them want. Anyway, if they really want a deal, they've got to agree on things, and not just say no, no, no. So what we saw, 200 and so pips pushed up in a very short time there. If you'd managed to get onto some of that, or had been in other currencies with the pound long, you've seen a lovely move. What for today then? Well, it's got the potential on any negative comments to slide back down pretty quickly towards that weak daily pivot there, but it's sort of double top. There's traders at the moment. I do wonder if it will just push on a little bit. It may consolidate because it had such a big move yesterday, and it's nothing more actually said yet, and it may just consolidate around this area. We'll have to see, but if it starts getting a push off at 8 o'clock, maybe we could ride at least part of it, but if it rolls over, well, it could be on for the daily pivot. 70 pips away. It's a long old way. Okay, dollar yen. I think in summary with the pound, I'll probably leave it for now, unless it starts getting a bit of a wiggle on. Right, dollar yen. It's back to risk on, and it's the yen's pushing back up, and it could well end up moving towards its daily 200, which is up towards this 109.05 area. We can get the 4 hourly, there we go. Then it's let's have a look. 4 hourly, yep, all consolidating at this current phase here, but well, if it starts pushing up and carrying on in this direction, R1 there, 108.24 in the short term. If it starts rolling over, maybe the daily pivot would give us, but at the moment I'd prefer the upside there. It's been all over its daily pivots lately. It's maybe a time for it to miss one, so maybe it will continue to push up there. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar looking to push into pivot swing territory. If it closes the day like this, it's again more bullishness through there, but a dollar weakness coming through. It has run into its 240, 200 here on the Aussie. Aside of that, well, we'll see. It's again, it's one of these that's just sort of consolidating here, looking like it might get another push up there. We may see the dollar just sort of on this excitement sort of roll a little bit more, and the other currencies had to see the benefits of such, but long way away from its daily pivot. If anything sort of negative comes out in the news, well, maybe it'll be enough to drive it back towards that, but for now it's looking on the more bullish side. And finally, the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar bearish engulfing yesterday. It's to me, it's one of those that just maybe it'll catch the idea that everything's strengthening against the US dollar at the moment, and it may do similar. It's looking like it wants to at the moment, and putting the right sort of moves in here. Yeah, maybe it's got some opportunity, maybe getting back towards that monthly pivot a bit further, but nothing overly clear there for me. Still, it's been a messy old currency for some time, so I tend to stand aside. Now let's just look at the news for today. Well, of course, there's continued Brexit talks, etc., happening, and we should watch out for that on the pound. Could affect the pound at any time of the day. Almost all day today we've got the economic finance meetings in Europe, and again we could get comments coming out that affect the euro, the pound, any point of the day, and the euro dollar. Yep, could see some volatility coming out of that. They speak in between these sub meetings. There's a lot to be done in Europe to try and get the economies back growing, and there seems to be very little the central bank can do, so it's really up to these financial ministers to see what they're going to do. Canadian unemployment data, the non-farms, due out 130 for the Canadian dollar, and that's pretty much it. US dollar consumer sentiment. Consumer sentiment might actually move it about a bit at 3. We'll see, but that's it for today. That's it for me. I'll wish you a great weekend, and I'll speak to you on Monday. And let me know what colour charts you like. Bye for now.